What does longevity and biohacking mean? Every once in a while, somebody sends me a video of like, oh my God, look at this guy. All he talks about is biohacking, and he's taking cold, he dips himself in ice water and he takes cold showers and he does the red lights on his body every night and he does the sauna thing and these green juice drink vegetable thing every morning. And this is longevity and biohacking. I'm going to live to be 100 years old and blah, blah, blah. So first of all, let's break this down. Do you have a genetic potential? And you can either make that better or make it worse. Let's say, according to your genetics, you're going to live to about 80. Now, if you smoke and drink and get overweight and do high-risk activities and, drugs and all that, that 80 is no longer going to be 80. You may only live to 45. I've seen people in their 20s OD on drugs and die. It depends on your genetics and the choices you make. Let's say that 80-year-old, if they didn't drink, didn't smoke, stayed active, ate healthy, and did a couple other of maybe some of these things, they might live to 82 or 85. You're improving your genetics. So there's two kinds of what I would call, biohacking or longevity. There's the genetics that you have that you're really not going to be able to change. We can't change your genetics. And then there's the things you can do that may or may not affect that. So we know on this side is your genetics. This is your life. This is what you were given. We have no way of altering your genes right now, but maybe in the future we will. But you're going to live to, let's say, 80 years old. This stuff you do on this side can severely drop that or sometimes increase it. The severe drops are by doing like the high-risk stuff we talked about. Not eating right, eating way too much, smoking, drinking, getting into accidents, doing high-risk activities. You're not going to live to 80 if that's your genetic max by doing crazy stuff. All right, it's just not going to work. Now, can cold showers here and there and ice baths and maybe metformin or rapamycin or some of these things that people talk about, the biohackers, can some of this stuff add a little bit more to your life? Yeah. It's not going to add 50 years, but maybe 0.5 years, 6 months. Like if you are on metformin or you do the red light thing or the sauna, you might be able to add an extra 4 or 5 weeks or extra 4 or 5 months, maybe 4 or 5 years with some of these things. But it's still not like if you do this stuff, you're going to live to 120 and be super healthy. All right, that's all genetic. If you have the genetics to live to 120 and all your family live to 120, then yeah, you're probably going to live to 120 as long as you're doing any of the stuff that drops it significantly. So I tell people when you're building a house, you want to make sure the big rocks are in place first, and then you put in the tiny pebbles. Like you want the foundation to be in place. You want to put the walls up. You want to do all this before you do the, are we going to paint the shutters green or blue? Like that stuff is on the periphery, not as important as the main foundation. The foundation is that you are eating correctly, eating the right amount of calories, eating healthier, more wholesome foods. You are not smoking. That would be number one, actually. Do not smoke ever, anything at all. That you are getting your cholesterol checked. If your cholesterol is through the roof, you got to get that down. Sometimes you can do it through lifestyle stuff if it's on the border, but sometimes you have super high genetics and you just got to get it down with medications. Take care of the big, important stuff first, because that's the stuff that's really going to make a difference. All the stuff on the periphery, like putting red lights on your foreheads or magnets on your wrists or like whatever else you hear about, the green juice that you drink every day, the antioxidants, all that stuff is good, but it does nothing if you aren't doing the main things. Make sure the big rocks are in place before you put in the pebbles and the sand and, the little glue sticks and all that stuff. So those are my thoughts on longevity and biohacking. The problem with most of these people is they're trying to sell you something. Literally, they are like, buy my supplement. This has all that stuff in it that we talked about, and you'll live to 120. Or they're selling you, or they have these commission affiliate links, and they're trying to sell you this specific brand of sauna, or the red lights, or the supplement drink thing, or the pills that you take every day. They probably have an affiliate deal of some sort, and they're trying to sell you stuff to prolong your life. None of that stuff is going to work. They've found in studies, they found that antioxidants, when you take them as a pill, like vitamin E, for example, actually increases mortality. You are more likely to die if you're taking it as a pill. Whereas if you take it as an actual fruit or vegetable or nuts or, berries, anything with antioxidants in it, you actually could live longer. So there's something in the fruit itself or in the actual delivery of that thing that makes it an antioxidant and makes you live longer, whereas if we just put it in a pill and you pop it, it actually could kill you. So those are some things to be wary of. If people are telling you this kind of stuff, like, oh my God, I am hacking, I'm biohacking, I'm doing this, Just stop, people. It sounds real cool, and maybe somebody found some kind of hack, but you're not going to live that much longer if you haven't taken care of the main stuff. So get fit, eat right, be healthy, get any genetic medical conditions under control, and then you can add in a few of these things and you'll probably do really well. But don't bank on it. If you take metformin every day and you don't actually need it, you aren't going to add 6 years to your life. All right, so just be wary of that. Sometimes they're trying to give you or sell you some crazy stuff. Just be careful. Grab some of my free stuff below so that you can get healthier and better and live your best life. Share this with somebody who needs to hear it.